huge because you are now, especially if you're in primary care, you are now up against Amazon, Google, Microsoft, One Medical, Forward. There are just, One Medical is just primary care. I'm one of their patients. I love that. I love them. I spend $200 or $150 a year to be able to talk to my doctor whenever I feel like it. And it's amazing. They went public. Like, this is not some small little startup. This is a startup that is taking over the country. And when you see primary care leaving the hospitals and clinics, there goes the specialist referrals. Because many hospitals, of course, they have lots of loss leaders, right? Where they're just spending a huge amount of money, but then they have some departments that really bring in a lot of the money. And that is things like primary care to refer as the lead generator to the high-end specialists. And so if primary care is shifted out of One Medical, now when I'm looking for a specialist, I'm going to ask my primary care at One Medical. I'm not going to automatically go internally at the same hospital or a healthcare system because my doctor is just primary care. And so all of a sudden, you need to get your profile out there. If I'm looking for either primary care or a specialist and I hear about Dr. Smith and he is the best at this particular specialty, not only will I want to go see him, absolutely, I would probably be willing to pay more to see him, and I'm going to be loyal.
Right.
And that's a big thing because once, especially with chronic disease patients, you fall in love with your specialists, right? If they're amazing and you see that everyone else thinks they're amazing, and all of a sudden you don't want to switch, like you have this personal investment in the relationship versus like going to an ER where you see an ER doc for, one time ever, right?
Right. And even, if they have had difficult cases and if they have a relationship with the patient to say, hey, can I tell your story? Because I think there's other people out there, maybe not exactly with this, but that are, especially with chronic disease. First of all, like you said, it takes forever to actually diagnose it correctly. You go through a battery of tests and, that diagnosis, it can take years. And then once you have it, there's the ongoing treatment. And, for somebody to say, this person came in, with these sort of symptoms and, we ran these tests and found this just to give the story of, a patient's journey that another patient can read on a website and say, oh, that's me. He or she might be able to actually help me.
Exactly. All of a sudden, for the first time ever, medical practices and doctors need to invest in advertising and marketing. And that's what that is. That is a sales technique. That is, I will show you someone like you, and that will inspire you to hire us. That's just a basic sales technique. And all of a sudden, this is where healthcare has gone. And it is because these giant companies have gotten into it who are consumer facing.